Welcome back to another Element Fission video. In this video, we will be talking about who are some potential farmers you can use, where are the best locations to farm for experience depending on your farmer, and then how does the evolution system work. So with that being said, let's just jump right into the farmers. And general rule here, guys, is that if the element has a skill 2 and skill 3 AoE attack, that will essentially be your farmer just due to the fact that obviously if you AoE clear stage 1, 2, and 3, you're going to have a faster time. Faster time equals more experience. So in terms of free to play, or not even free to play, but the best 3-star farmer is going to be the Water Gyro, mainly because the skill 2, skill 3 has an AoE attack. On top of that, it has some really good debuffs, defense down and speed down and attack down. So if you don't have any of the 4 and 5 stars that have double AoE, try giving this guy a shot. I'm sure, I guarantee you, you would not be disappointed. Another good farmer that you can use if you have her is the Grass Bookworm. Same rules, skill 2 and skill 3 has a AoE attack, skill 3 ignores defense, and skill 2 does a speed down and attack down. On top of that, she's really good to level up as well, because if you have her, you essentially would then use her for Boxer, in which I will be creating a video for on how to clear Boxer 10 with free to play units that the game gives you, so stay tuned to that video. Another good element that you could potentially use if you have him is the Water Sorcerer. Same rule again here, guys. Skill 2, Skill 3 has an AoE attack, obviously has debuffs, and then my personal farmer is the Green Dr. Evil. Again, Skill 2 has an AoE, Skill 3 has an AoE, so all of them have an AoE Skill 2, Skill 3. That way you're able to clear those stages fast and efficiently, saves you time, gives you more experience, faster runs. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're kind of looking through what you have as a player, and use that as a little bit of a guidance to see if you're using the best potential farmer that you can for your account. Now, if you're still questioning it, just join my Discord and Twitch, and then I will give you my personal opinion. If not, leave a comment as well. So with that being said, let's jump into the experience here, guys. So how experience works is obviously you want to be farming these stages that you have an element advantage in. So if you have a grass type, you want to farm the water stages. If you have a water element, then you want to farm the fire stages. If you have a grass element, then you want to farm the water stages. Pretty straightforward there. Basically, you get element advantage, so that speaks for itself. Now, in terms of getting what is the best method to farm for experience, or what is the best method to gain the most experience? One thing to know here is that there is something called experience capsule. So if you're farming and all of your elements are capped out, you will never lose experience due to the fact that there's a system. If we go into the main menu, hit embark, go into your arena, classic arena, go into the shop, there's this experience cap so that you unlock at a specific level. Unfortunately, I don't remember what level you unlocked it at, but you will unlock this experience cap. So basically what this does is as you cap out on your elements, all of the experience that you gain from that run will go into this capsule, in which you will then be able to use to level up your elements. So it's a really great quality of life feature. I'm actually going to level this up right now because I can. Max level is level 10 here, and so I can save myself more experience. So as you can see here, on top of this, guys, if you level it up, you gain more experience bonus. So right now it's at 25% to 30. If I upgrade it, it's going to be at 30 to 35. So you never lose experience. Don't if you're questioning yourself, if you lose experience, you would never, as long as you unlock this experience capsule in game. In terms of priority, I did mention this in my beginner tip video, but do the energy saving lamp, experience capsule, improve energy refiner, and then the energy tank. Obviously, you always want to buy the power bean whenever you can. Then after that, you can decide what you want to level up afterwards. So definitely do your arena so you can level up those energy savers, or energy trophies, statues, whatever you want to call them. So going back into scenario, guys, talking about experience. In terms of who are the best, you want to use the Wisp. You basically get Wisp from farming normal, hard, or insane difficulty. You get 2 stars from normal, and then you get 3 stars from hard and insane. The drops are random, so as you farm experience, you will gain them, use them as you gain them. The reason why you want to use them is because of their passive. The passive gives them an additional 50% extra experience. So obviously, if you're farming and you're trying to evolve your elements, farm these or farm experience for these wisps, and you can use them to help you evolve. Now, obviously, if you have an element that you want to level up, you obviously want to equip them and then equip the wisp and then just start farming away. Now, I do want to mention that if you don't have any elements or you don't have any wisps for some reason, it's better to use a single farmer than to put in a random unit. So I'm not going to go too in depth, but I just want to show you guys why I'm saying that. So we're going to let this farmer or let this run clear here, and you guys are going to see that this run gives me 14,030 experience. Okay, so here we can clearly see, oh, you know what, I don't have the double experience, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I have close to 8,000 experience, so just kind of keep that in mind. Let's just sell this. Now if we go and add an element because we feel like we should, because we think that it's efficient. If we run this, I would never, I probably won't be using this fire guy, but I'm just going to show it for an example for the video that we're actually going to gain less experience. It should be roughly 1,000 less experience, and here we can see, so almost 8,000 on the other one. Here we can clearly see that this one only has 7,000 experience, so we lose out on 1,000 experience. That has to do with the energy costs, I believe, and it also has to do with the experience bonus that you get from the capsule that I showed you guys earlier on. So in theory, guys, if you have no wisp, no elements that you want to personally use, just use your single farmer, start stacking those experience capsules. From what I've seen, there's no max to that experience capsule, so it just keeps on going and going and going and going. So kind of use that as reference as well while you're leveling up experience. So in terms of experience themselves, that's really all there is to it. Pretty straightforward. Use the wisp if you have the wisp. Use an element if you want to level them up. If you don't have an element or wisp, just use your farmer to gain the most experience. All right. Now, moving on to evolution. So we go to the main screen here, and then we go to strengthen. And let's just say, for example, I want to make this light wisp a 5 star. The most efficient way to evolve, let's go into the evolve tab, is to use the same element so you can gain skill ups and stacks. So how skill ups and stacks work is if they're the same element, you gain a +1 skill into the main element. But if they're the same element and the same element, you get something called a stack. So what stack is basically all of the elements have a 5 max stack. If you use the same element with the same element, you gain a +1 stack, which essentially gives you a +1 speed for the element that you're upgrading. Now, it's not so important in PvE content, but once you get into PvP, if you're trying to hit the top tier levels, 5 speed is going to mean the world to you. Obviously, more speed equals more turn order. So you're going to want to use these same element, and feed them or evolve them into your main element if you're trying to maximize your efficiency, maximize your base speed, maximize your elements in general, right? Another thing that I want to mention here, guys, is that if you're leveling up elements, let's just say, for example, this guy. This guy is obviously not skilled up. If I skill him up, right, he's obviously going to get a skill +1 and a stack +1 because he's the same element and he is the same element, or he's the same element and he's also the same element. I'm going to waste this resource here just for the sake of the video. Don't do this if you don't have to. We can clearly see that the skill up got put in here. It's random, so don't think that you can select it. The skill up is random. But so obviously you want to scale up if you have to. But if we look here, guys, if we go into the green element and we go back into the one that I just leveled up, if I can find him, we're going to clearly see that I only get a +2 because it's only the same element. It's not the same element. So if you've been stacking up this guy, saving it because you want to level up the stack, you're going to use it in the future, make sure you pay attention to what you're evolving because you don't want to be wasting resources. Once you start leveling up like natural 4 stars and 5 stars, you definitely do not want to screw this up. Natural 3 stars is a little bit less taxy just because it's easier to obtain. But we can clearly see that I do not get a +2 stack going into this green element. I will get the +2 though because we have already leveled up this guy's skill up once. So keep that in mind. Do not screw this up, guys. You can put yourself very far behind, especially if it's 4 stars and 5 stars. So that's really important tip there. Also, on top of that, guys, capsules. Another good tip that I want to quickly mention is that the game doesn't realize that it is max. So if you're using the experience capsules, make sure you stop once it hits max level. If you don't be wasting experience capsules. As you can see here, I can max it out with 5, which I don't have to. Make sure you stop at max. Go ahead and click the start to max them out. Then evolve them, farm experience, use the capsules again, make them 4 stars, 5 stars, 6 stars. And then that essentially would be the best. So pay attention to that as well. So I believe I covered everything, guys, in terms of what is the general rule for farmers in general, where to farm for experience, how to get the most experience by using WIS or single target, or not single target, but a single farmer, and all of the evolution methods. So if I did miss anything, guys, if you're watching this video and miss something really important, leave it in the comment. I will make sure I pin it. But if you have any questions overall, leave a comment, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like. And if you want to see future content coming out, I will be making one video at minimum per day moving forward. And so if you want to see those videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn the notification. With that being said, guys, I do want to shout out my Discord. I will be leaving my Discord in the description. I do stream every single day at 5 p.m. Central Time for about 4 hours. So join my Twitch. I will be leaving that in the description as well. And other than that, guys, that's all I have for you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next video.